I did on this vacation. I did only steal one thing though.
What did you steal?
I stole a menu from a restaurant because it was really cool.
How often? Like what? Why do you say only one time this time around? What do you normally and how much do you normally steal?
Last time I went to England, I stole a graduation cap from Oxford.
A student's cap. Like you just
yes.
You ran by.
They were having a graduation the weekend
head.
we were there. It was on a fence.
Okay.
And we just took it.
Was there like no one around? Or
I don't know.
Was
I didn't
the family
look.
right there taking pictures and you just?
I did not look. I just kind of grabbed it and left.
Wasn't your concern? Okay, gotcha.
It was not.
Yeah.
And then I stole a couple pint glasses that were really neat from a pub.
Wow.
Because I guess not even my girlfriend then, was my now wife, said they were cool, and I said yoink. And then I stole some glasses from a West End musical.
The ones you're wearing right now.
No, these are they're like little zoomy glasses because we were in the back of the theater, so you had to put in.
Were they like nice? Or were they like the cheap theater 3D glasses?
No, they're like opera glasses.
Or I know, yeah, I know. But are they still like given out in the frequency and like with the idea in mind? They're just like 3D glasses, like they're mass produced, like cheap kind of glasses. Or were these like really nice?
I assume they had a lot more of them.
Okay.
They weren't like really nice.
What if that was the one?
But you had to. So no, they were attached to the back of all the seats because you would put in like 50 pence and then it would come out and then you'd have to put them back in. But I just didn't put them back in.
I see. How well do they work? Like, have you ever?
I am not condoning thievery.
It sounds like you are.
Unless it's something that's really cool. Don't steal things. That's bad.
But how come you get to do it
then? Because I am a cool guy, gotcha. And everyone really likes me.
You sound like a real villain. I wonder how many businesses have gone out of business this year.
Die on Any Hill. No, I'm not letting you interrupt me this time. This is Die on Any Hill. It's a podcast where me and my co-host each take a stance and like fight to the last breath in one last well, I guess not charging because we're taking the stand on the hill, but in a really cool like last stand kind of way because we're cool guys.
That's right. We just kind of stand. And
we just stand there
on our hill and die.
It's true. Wave at people passing by.
And then we die.
And then we die.
We die on any hill.
Yes, as we have established every single episode, as soon as the episode ends, we both die, and then our corpses are reanimated to continue speaking on this podcast.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
It's a major bummer.
Yeah, it's tough. All right, why don't you go ahead and start this one?
Sure. I can think of a segue. Because we never think of segues, because we're bad at segues. Anyways, I think that, alright, I won't say I don't think guns aren't cool. They can be. I am a fan of shooting guns. It is a fun time. But regardless of any political beliefs, I think we should get rid of all the guns in the world. And we should replace them with swords. Because swords are infinitely cooler. Have you ever seen a man who doesn't look like a badass with a sword? No. Don't go on Reddit. Don't look there. Yeah. Because everyone looks cooler with a sword.
I was going to say, I feel like so many... I have seen people who don't look cool with swords before.
No. No. Those people, that's your imagination.
Okay.
Everyone looks so much more badass with a sword. It looks cooler to use a sword. It looks cooler to stand with a sword. And there's so many flavors of sword. There's a katana. There's a long sword. There's a short sword. There's a gladius. There's a claymore. There's a messer. There's a falchion. There's a rapier. There's a saber. There's a scimitar. There's a... I already said greatsword.
I guess that's all of them, huh?
Zweihander. There's a katana. There's an odachi.
You definitely said katana.
There's... Did I say bastard sword yet?
I don't remember that one.
There's a bastard sword.
So what is the difference between all these? Are they just how they look? Are there actually different functions?
Well, yeah, they're all different swords.
As in
every single one of those is a real sword.
Well, yeah, but just like they just look a little different, or are they actually like you would use them in different purposes? They're just from different cultures.
Yes, you would use them in different purposes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're designed differently. Like a longsword is designed for like slashing and stabbing, whereas a katana is only it's only.
Okay. So.
Listen, swords. I love swords. Okay, my brain's short-circuited because I was thinking about swords. Swords are my Roman Empire. There is not a week that goes by that I don't think about swords in some way. Swords are so cool.
How many swords do you own personally?
I don't own any, and it makes me sad. I want a sword so bad. Specifically, I want a great sword or a messer. Messers are awesome.
I have like one of those. It's probably not a good sword. It's like a samurai katana sword or whatever that you buy at like the gift shops. I have one of those.
That's probably not a great sword.
But I look pretty cool with it because it can only make you look cooler.
Everyone looks cooler with a sword. Imagine how cool our armies would look if they all had swords instead of guns.
This is true. Have we thought about how much more difficult it would be? Like, if we just think of every situation that you would use a gun for and replace it with a sword.
Yes.
That makes things pretty difficult, doesn't it?
War, sword, much cooler.
But that we would be back in essentially the Dark Ages where wars would just stretch on for years and years and years. And nothing would really ever get solved.
Have things changed?
Well, okay. This is true. I guess it's still the same. But in one sense, their wars are definitely quicker. I mean, they always get dragged on, I think, because there's new conflict. But I feel like,
I
don't know. I guess we have proved that it's not really an issue of the weapons that made wars so bad.
It's not. It's the people.
But
and
I
would
do
make the
think
people cooler really
It really all just comes down to looking cool while you're doing it.
Yes.
What about defense?
There's defensive swords.
Well, yeah, but like
that's the whole point of a crossguard on a sword.
What if someone is robbing my house and I gotta chase them with a sword now? What if they're faster?
Throw the sword. Get better with sword.
All right. Just get good at sword, I guess.
Just get good at sword. Forget getting good with gun. Get good with sword.
I guess this could all kind of be in the same world, is that gun is only used in like the government mandated duels, and then the weapon that the average person has is a sword.
That was a world where the whole world had adopted the dueling system because it makes everything better. This is a world where we get rid of all guns and only do sword.
So is there sword duels in this world, or is the justice system the same as it is currently?
The justice system is the same.
Okay, so duels aren't even a thing.
As our justice system.
Gotcha. Okay.
But now everybody has a sword.
Do you think that people with guns don't look cool? What about like
Arnold, no people with?
What about Arnold Schwarzenegger with a giant machine gun?
He does look cool.
Yeah,
but you know what he looks cooler as? Conan the Barbarian, who has a sword.
Does he look cooler as that? I don't. Let me.
Don't look up a picture.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is definitely more iconic with his giant machine gun. I'm about to look up a picture of this guy, Conan the Barbarian.
Well, no, you're wrong. Because the Terminator usually has a shotgun or a grenade launcher in that one iconic scene.
Still, that's all.
So get fucked.
You just listed 2 other guns. I don't know what.
Yeah, guns are cool, aesthetically.
Yeah. Okay, so I see him holding a sword.
Mm-hmm. He looks cooler. I told you.
I mean, he does. Like, I'm not gonna say he doesn't look cool. But
see,
I just don't know that I can say it's cooler than the gun.
It is. Don't lie to yourself. This is what Big Gun wants you to think.
This is true. I'm gonna send you a little image in the chat.
I hate that you know how to do this and I don't. It makes me very sad.
I don't know if I did it in the right way. You think
I don't see anything.
Oh, did it send? Oh no, it was still in my bar.
Oh no.
I could tell you he wouldn't be looking like that if he was carrying a shotgun.
Yeah, he would. Okay, for those who can't see this picture, I don't know how to describe his face.
It's him screaming like a little girl, basically, with his sword.
Yeah, no, that's a man. He has a manly scream on his face. He does not have fear in his eyes.
His eyes are very wide. His eyebrows are very raised. His mouth is wide open. In
anger, not in fear.
I think that's the difference between, like, a gun, you can just stand there motionless and shoot. A sword, you gotta get yourself hyped up and charge across the room to use it.
No, you don't have to be hyped up, because the stoic swordsman is a trope for a reason, because it looks cool as hell.
I mean, it does look cool, but there's no way that... I just don't see anybody being stoic while they're using a sword. Like, there's no way that you can put that amount of energy into something and not have any emotion.
You need to watch more samurai movies.
I mean, I know what they look like in the movies, but
Go watch some Akira Kurosawa, my guy.
I think that 99% of the population would look like idiots with swords if they tried to use
99% of the population looks like idiots with guns, but they'd look cooler with swords.
I think I personally would look like an idiot if I was running at someone with a sword. I think I would look a lot cooler if I was just standing across the room with a gun, like, confident that I can shoot them right there. With a sword, suddenly you're introducing the variable of, what if I trip and fall while I'm running over there to get them? What if this other guy is faster than me?
What if you miss with the gun?
Then I use my other 5 shots in the gun. If I miss with the sword, suddenly my momentum's all thrown off. My arms are in a bad position. He can punch. He can use his own sword.
That's why you gotta get good with sword.
Well, yeah,
I'm telling you.
Theoretically, you could...
This is a world where in schools there's mandatory sword training customized to the type of sword you choose to wield.
Okay. I think your argument's losing sight of... You can't just say people have to get good with it. This is like saying...
Yes, I can!
Everybody should have their own personal plane because it would be so much faster. And then...
Is that your take? Is that your take this episode?
Maybe it is. Do you have anything to say against it? Try to say something against having your own plane.
No, that'd be sick!
No, you just have to get good at your plane. That's...
I just said it would be awesome!
Doesn't matter. You just have to get good at it. Sorry.
You're right. I do.
I don't think we should make things harder for ourselves and then just say, oh, I guess I just get good at it. That's like...
Get good is how I've survived my entire life so far.
Do you think that we should just go back to the medieval I think everything was cooler probably in medieval times.
Except for the sewage system. I like having a toilet.
I think it's kind of cool to just squat over a ditch, personally.
I mean, you're wrong, but that's fine.
Oh, you think it's badass to sit on a comfy little toilet with your squatty potty with your knees over your head with a bidet, squirting yourself. You think that's the coolest you
Are
could be?
your knees over your head when you go to the bathroom?
I mean, if you have a good functioning squatty potty, that's how we were made, is to squat.
No, I like my man-sized toilet.
Anyways, I think we should go back to just going to the bathroom in ditches because it looked cooler.
It didn't, though.
Get good at going to the bathroom in a ditch. Sorry.
Getting good at it would not make you look cooler. Getting good at sword would make you look cooler with a sword.
I mean, yes, this is true. It's just a lot to ask of. What about elderly people? What about elderly people don't have the physical prowess to defend themselves with a sword.
That gives elderly people a reason to work out.
This is maybe, I don't know. I think it would just give me a reason to die quicker, probably.
But I'm not saying you have to fight. So you can be somebody who never fights somebody with a sword. Are you ever going to fight somebody with a gun?
I'm just saying, like, with the knowledge that guns exist, it's like I could always go. I could if I wanted to have a gun. I don't have a gun, but it's like I know that I could go to the store if I felt unsafe, get a gun, wait a week to get approved or whatever, and then come back here and I would be safe with my gun. If I had to, I probably would not be motivated to get a sword at all because I'm like, what? I don't even know how to use a sword. I don't think I could properly use a sword, so I'm not even gonna. Who cares? If someone comes into my house,
do you think you could properly use a gun?
More than I could properly use a sword, yes. Like if I was
do you understand how difficult it is to actually hit something with a gun?
I think it's a lot easier to do than with a sword, and
no, it's easier to hit something with a sword than with a gun.
It's easier. Okay, not to hit something, but to actually make a difference. I think I could just hit something, but the guy could still. Like I hit his arm, he just pushes my sword out of the way, and
not if you hit him hard enough, your sword will go through his arm.
Just slice straight through the arm.
Yeah,
that's a crazy sword. That's like the autumn. That's like
I'm a crazy guy.
That's like having an automatic gun. A sword, like nobody else has access. No one has access to automatic guns. Sword. They should probably not be legal. That would be the same. That would be the equivalent. Is a sword that just slices straight through somebody.
Yeah, you got to keep your sword sharp. You got to have good blade control.
Okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to change your. It doesn't seem like I can change your mind on this one. So
no, because swords are cooler.
I think I would just look like an idiot if I was running across the room with a sword over my head.
Well, you don't run with it over your head.
I'm trying to think of what would. I'm trying to think of what would be more intimidating.
Have you never picked up a stick and used it as a sword and been like, I could use a sword?
I mean, maybe when I was 6. I don't think I wouldn't do that in my current.
I did it yesterday.
Oh, all right.
And it was awesome.
Nice. Okay. Well, I love that for you personally.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I think we've both said our piece on that.
I believe so.
All right. Well, my take is, wait, let me look. Do you remember what it was? Oh wait, I remember. Okay.
I don't.
I think everything should be carbonated. Everything can be improved by having some carbonation in it. Any form of liquid. Can have.
What about solids?
No, I maybe. I actually no. I don't think solids should have carbonation in them. That would just be little.
Why not? You just said everything.
Every liquid that you consume. Because if solids had it, that would just be less solid because it would just be bubbles. It would just be little bubbles of matter missing.
Yeah. Mousse, chocolate mousse.
Yeah, that's great. But that's really the only. What about carbonated like steak?
Are you saying your rotisserie chicken would not be better with just a bunch of little holes in it to give it a nice, airy, and fluffy texture?
No. Yeah, I don't.
Your
The
filet mignon.
The issue is just that it's less food now because now there are bubbles in it.
No, it's the same. Like by weight, it's the same volume of food because air doesn't weigh anything, right? Where air doesn't weigh things.
I mean, air doesn't weigh anything, but the matter that would be in the air's place would weigh something. But now it's not there.
Yeah,
anymore.
so it'd like then your rotisserie chicken would just be bigger.
I mean, it would be the thing. Okay, there's no texture. Carbonation in liquid adds a different texture and sensation to the liquid. It doesn't.
I dare you
work.
to carbonate a
work.
rotisserie chicken and tell me it doesn't have a different texture.
If I stuck a hose of carbon dioxide into a rotisserie chicken, it would just blow up. That would be all that would happen.
No, well then you didn't carbonate it properly. Just get good at carbonating.
Okay, you're really derailing this whole hot
I'm
take.
so sorry. Continue.
The hot take is not that solid food should be carbonated. The hot take is that all liquid should be carbonated. Think about the liquids that are already carbonated: soda and sparkling water, and
yes,
most alcohol, a lot of alcohol, and it's all.
How much alcohol do you think there is?
Maybe okay, never mind. Not well. Just beer and like seltzer, and yeah, no. I guess liquor doesn't. But I think it would be better.
I guess a rum and coke, like a rum and coke or a Jack and Coke, you would be adding carbonation to the liquor.
I was just thinking like beer,
yeah,
basically, and it's just beer. But still, think about how nasty beer would be if it was flat. I think that I've
had a flat beer,
and it's pretty gross, isn't
it? Is beer carbonated? Okay. I was a bartender. I should know this.
Maybe it's not carbonated, but it's what is it? Nitro. There is some gas in it. It's not just flat. I don't think it's carbon dioxide. I think it's like nitrous, something.
Yeah. Okay. It is. It is carbonated.
Yeah.
But they can add more carbonation to beer, and nitro is something different because nitro is CO2, right? NO2.
I can't.
And they add that to like Guinness and stuff, but yeah, that's not carbonation. I'm sorry. Continue.
That's still the same effect of what I'm talking about, though. Any sort of liquid added to or gas added to a liquid, it just improves
Any gas added to a liquid makes it better.
Yeah, that I'm drinking. Yes.
Okay. I won't argue with that, and we'll just say carbonation.
Yep.
CO2 makes it better.
Or this, what is it? Nitrous oxide.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because think about how gross beer is flat, and I think everything else that we drink flat.
It's fine.
No, it's gross. Everything else that we drink flat, we just don't know because we haven't carbonated it. But if we knew what it was like carbonated, we'd be like, oh, gross.
Yeah. Okay. What about like milk?
Yeah,
chocolate milk.
Better carbonated, especially chocolate milk. Maybe regular milk.
I would disagree with that.
Maybe regular milk could be gross, but chocolate milk, strawberry milk, great.
I can't. Strawberry milk is disgusting in it by itself.
No, it's not. It's good.
How dare you?
Like a milkshake, that would be great. I think.
But well, I mean, yeah, because that'd just be a root beer float with
exactly
chocolate, yeah.
So, and you like a root beer float, so just change the flavor from root beer to chocolate, and it's still good.
You really got a point here.
Yes,
I'd love me some fizzy milk.
Exactly. And
question.
Yeah.
Would ice cream then need to be carbonated because it starts out as a liquid, then becomes a solid, but then it can go back into a liquid again. So would it have to be carbonated?
I mean, I'm just saying liquids that are intended to be eaten should be carbonated. Not every liquid in existence has to be carbonated. So ice cream.
Okay.
Ice cream.
A liquid that is intended to be eaten.
Ice cream is intended to be eaten as a solid.
Okay.
So
what about the melted ice cream that always ends up at the bottom of the bowl? Would you then have to take?
I mean, if you wanted to do that personally, it would probably improve it. But that's not how ice cream was intended to be eaten. So it would not be carbonated.
What about that cricket? Should that cricket be carbonated? I want you to carbonate that cricket.
If it blew them up, I would do it. Yes. If I could blow up that cricket, I would.
It just came through so loud.
He's been going at the same volume the entire time. So.
Okay.
But yeah, he's there.
Yes,
but I think Stu the lizard would agree that crickets would be better carbonated.
I bet Stu would agree. I appreciate Stu.
I think soup would be better carbonated. Chili.
So hot liquid should also be carbonated.
Oh yeah, coffee. Hot chocolate.
I can agree with this. I think I can agree with this.
The only thing is, I can't even really imagine what a hot liquid would be like carbonated. I guess I've drank hot soda, so
I've had hot Coke before.
Yeah, but that's just like Coke that's not cold. It's not been like Coke that's been warmed up like coffee would be served.
Wouldn't that get rid of all the carbonation?
Yeah, I don't know. Is that what... Does stuff have to be cold? No, it doesn't.
Does it?
It just has to be... Yeah, I don't know.
Then why don't we have any carbonated drinks that are hot?
I don't know. I don't know anything about chemistry, so this could just be unrealistic. I'm going to look it up. Carbonated hot drinks. Why aren't there hot carbonated beverages? Quora's going to come in for us.
Oh, hell yeah, Quora.
Okay.
The answer to all my questions.
We got an AI bot here. There are a few reasons why hot carbonated beverages are not common. 1, carbonation is associated with a refreshing, crisp sensation. So it would not be refreshing. Whatever. I don't drink a hot beverage to be refreshed regardless. So, safety concerns. Heating carbonated beverages can lead to an increase in pressure within the container. If the pressure becomes too high, there's a risk of the container exploding, which can be dangerous.
That is true.
Well, yeah, but I'm not saying have the coffee in a can. Carbon dioxide release. When a carbonated beverage is heated, carbon dioxide is released more rapidly. Okay, so yeah, there you go. That was the one answer that this bot should have started with. It's not physically possible for CO2 to be held very long in a hot drink.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Interesting.
But I think it would be good. Have you had the coffee Cokes?
Oh, I love a coffee Coke.
Those were great, and they were carbonated. They were also cold, but they would probably still be good. You can just
make that yourself too.
Exactly, yeah.
Just ice some coffee and put some Coke in it.
Yeah. No, there's no liquid that can't be improved. I think soup would be better. Have you ever squeezed a lemon into your Coke? I've had lime in Coke, but not a lemon.
Okay.
I mean, I would think
it's delicious.
I would think so. I mean, citrus also improves most things.
That is true.
Yeah. Okay, maybe we switch to this. Name one thing that can't be improved by squeezing a lime on it.
An open wound.
I think it probably sterilizes it.
I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure it just hurts.
I think it kills the bacteria. So.
I don't think so.
What do you think? What is the pain?
I think it introduces more bacteria into the wound.
No, I think that the pain is the bacteria dying. So. Anyways, I'm talking about food. You know I'm talking about food. I'm not talking about open wounds. I don't think open wounds should be carbonated, for the record. I am only talking about things you consume. And you can't.
I love when you get over it. I love when you're just over my shit.
You just throw random things out there, and you know that's not what I'm talking about. You know that's not relevant. I am talking about food specifically. There's nothing you can squeeze a lime on, and it won't be improved.
Listen, the ADHD takes over. Okay, don't judge me.
It's fine. It's good. It's good for a tangent.
But foods.
Yeah.
I don't think a lime would be good on chocolate.
No, you're wrong. It would be. I mean, think about it. A chocolate lime, it would be great. Have you had like those chocolate oranges?
Yeah. The ones that you smash, they're delicious.
Yeah, they're delicious. Just imagine it was a lime. It's still the same citrus concept. Yeah, but that's an orange.
That's not a lime.
It's a citrus.
No, limes taste different than oranges.
They're very similar. I mean, yes, they're a little different, but they're pretty similar. Like, they're all citrus. No! They're all citrus.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they all taste the same.
They all taste similar enough. All citruses are pretty much interchangeable.
No, okay. You're saying an orange and a lime taste similar enough that you could interchange them and not notice.
In being mixed, not that you wouldn't notice, but they would still be good. I'd say. I know. I think they're interchangeable enough to where you would still taste the difference, but they're still pretty good.
No.
Yes. I still think so. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
This whole episode's getting cut.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know. No, like I don't think. Okay, because you have the sweetness of the orange with the chocolate.
Limes are sweet.
Limes are sour.
I mean, they are sour, yeah. But oranges are also sour.
No, they're not. What? Okay.
They're acidic. What? They're both
Before
acidic.
We continue, what color are the oranges that you eat?
Okay, no, they're orange.
I just want to specify. Just want to make sure we're on the same page.
They're lime.
As to what an orange is.
They're lime colored. And limes are orange colored.
I think I see the problem here.
I think I am confusing just acidity with sourness.
Yeah.
But
haha,
the taste of a lime is still good. It's not.
I agree.
Yeah. So it's still interchangeable, I would say. Like what you associate with like a candy lime, like when lime flavored candy, you don't associate that with being sour.
That's true.
That flavor,
like a lime Skittle.
Yeah, like a lime Skittle and an orange Skittle. Those two flavors are equally good and could be interchangeable.
But those don't taste like candy. A lime or an orange.
Well, that's what I'm thinking of when I say my argument. So, name something that a real life orange and a real life lime. Because if you're talking about chocolate, it would be the fake lime because it's the fake orange flavor. It's not like a real orange in the chocolate.
That's true.
It would be a fake lime flavor in the chocolate. And that would be good. A point. Like, think of a chocolate lime Skittle would be good.
You do have a fair point there.
Yeah. So, anyways, my point is now citrus improves anything, carbonation improves anything, and
the caveat that it's liquid.
Yeah, with the caveat that it's liquid. And if you think of my argument from a couple weeks back, spiciness improves anything. Every liquid should be citrus-based, spicy, and carbonated. That is my now ultimate hot take.
All right. I mean, I can't argue with you. I've tried.
You can't, and you would just be wrong if you
I've lost every time.
It's true. Yeah. I haven't heard a good one yet.
Should we carbonate the ocean?
Only things meant for consumption, not.
Oh, you can consume the ocean.
It's not meant for it. It's not meant for it. I'm not saying...
Who are you to say what the ocean was meant for? Are you God? No.
I know that God didn't mean it for that, though.
Are you Poseidon?
Because we die if we drink the ocean.
Are you... I can't think of other gods of, like, the ocean and shit.
Yeah, well, I know for a fact that the ocean wasn't made to be consumed because it's filled with salt, and that would kill you if that was what...
Electrolytes, baby.
No. It's not. It's not how it works. I don't think the ocean...
You put a little salt in water, you get some electrolytes.
The ocean shouldn't be carbonated. I wonder how that would affect the fish. Do you think fish would...
It'd be like a permanent massage.
Could they breathe it? Imagine... I mean, I guess what it is... Carbonation in water, like, just the inverse of humidity in the air. Because humidity in the air is just water particles in the air. Is carbonation just gas particles in water? Is a fish in carbonated water just like, oh gosh, it's really humid out today?
So a fish,
I mean,
it wouldn't like be the a really tropical climate, but like out of the ocean is the equivalent to a human in a pool of carbonated water.
No, a fish in a pool of carbonated water is the equivalent to a person in a humid environment. It's like it's yeah.
That's what I said, but different.
No, you said a fish in a humid environment, and then a person would be the same. Pool.
Is that an incorrect statement?
I think you're mixing the two up. I don't know if you realize you're mixing the two up.
Okay, no, it still makes sense because if you put a fish in a non-humid environment, that would be the same as a human in a non-carbonated pool. So, a fish in a humid environment would be the same as a human in a carbonated pool.
This argument doesn't make sense.
Carbonation in a pool to humidity in the air.
I'm talking about fish in the environment they live in. It doesn't matter if a person's in a carbonated pool. A fish in the rainforest would just die. A person in a carbonated pool would just be like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah, a person in a carbonated pool would die if you kept him in there long enough.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think my argument is that a fish in carbonated water is experiencing the same thing that we experience when we're just in a super humid environment. Mildly uncomfortable, but...
That's what I said!
That's not what you said. You said a fish in a rainforest is the same as a man in a carbonated pool. That's not the same as a... It's not the same.
Yes, that is the same thing you are saying. I've just reversed the human and the fish.
But then we're not in our same environments. We're not in our respective environments, so it's not comparable anymore. We would just die. Because...
Yeah!
People would drown. Because the fish would die.
No, if you took a fish and a human in their normal environments and then switched them, they would both die, right?
Okay, my argument was not that you take them in their environments and switch them. My argument was that you take the people, keep them in their same environments, and switch putting gas and liquid in the environments. So it was switch up the environments, not the things in the environment.
Okay. Let's hypothetically, the entire world is a tropical climate.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's very humid.
Okay.
And then all the oceans are carbonated.
Okay.
And humans and fish live where they're supposed to.
Yep.
If you then switched the human and the fish, it would have the same reaction as if we are in our normal environments and you switched the human and the fish.
No, it wouldn't. If you're saying
you die, yes!
If you're saying the normal, are you saying the normal environment is humid and carbonated? It's not the same. It's not the same.
No, I'm saying okay.
Oh, you're okay. So you're saying if just all the entire atmosphere was just an equal mix of water and air. Like there's no difference between the oceans and everything is just a mix of water.
No, okay.
What you're saying makes no sense.
I am saying what you're saying.
You're not saying what I'm saying.
Okay. Yes, because in our normal environments, say the world is exactly as it is, and you switched the human and the fish, you put the human in the ocean, and then you put the fish on land, they would both die.
Yes.
Okay. Now, take the world, everything's as it is, everyone's in their normal environments, except that the human their environments are all humid.
Yes.
And then the fish, its environment is carbonated. And then you switched the human and the fish between environments. It would have the same reaction because they would both die.
Yeah.
Yes. So a human in a carbonated pool is the same as a fish in the rainforest.
But my argument in the first place was never that humans can live in carbonated pools and fish can live in rainforests.
I'm not saying they would live. I'm saying they would die.
I know. I never disagreed with that. My argument has always been that you could carbonate the ocean. And I don't
My argument is that you could carbonate the ocean.
I mean, you originally said that, and then I was like, okay, I guess you could do that, because it would just be the same as...
Yeah.
Then I was like, okay, a carbonated ocean would just be the equivalent of a human in a humid rainforest. And then you said, let's put a fish in the rainforest. Wouldn't that be the same thing? No, that's not what I said to begin with.
Yes, because the world would have the same reactions.
The world... No,
the rules are the same.
The rules are not the same.
Universe.
I'm just saying. You're saying, take something out of its native environment and put it in something that it's not.
Yes.
And it would die.
Yes.
But a fish. Okay, so is your question basically just, would a fish survive being in a carbonated ocean? I don't know.
Can a human survive being in a humid environment?
Yes.
All right then. We've reached an agreement.
No, because your argument was that What are you saying? What are you saying? What? Okay, so what is the purpose of your argument that
I want to know.
Person would die and a fish would die?
The people who are listening to this, if you... No, I want to know. Anybody who's listened to this, if you've made it this far, I want to know if I'm making sense right now or if I'm insane.
It doesn't make any
sense.
This
makes perfect sense. Yes, it does.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. I just don't understand how it's relevant or pertinent to my argument.
I was agreeing with you.
But I never...
And then you keep saying I'm not.
Okay. I don't. Okay. I'm at the end. I'm at the end of it. I don't know.
It's the end of the episode.
It's the end.
Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed this, I don't know why you would, but if you did, recommend it to a friend. Hit the subscribe button so you can get those nice little notifications that say when we upload. It's every other Monday. And hit that download button so I can have number go up and I can feel validated.
Wonderful. Lovely.
And remember, a fish in the rainforest is the same as a human in a carbonated pool.